Here's a quick recap of the Tuesday, November 21st City Council meeting. There's a little bit of buzz surrounding a new ordinance approved by the City Council this week. On Tuesday night, the council adopted an ordinance permitting beekeeping in the city following a 2-year pilot project. During the study, 2 longtime beekeepers who are also residents were allowed to keep hives at the community garden next to Fire Station 2 and the Westwater treatment plant. Others in the community will now be able to apply for a permit, which is expected to cost $115. City staff will have to sign off on the location of the hives on a property in order to alleviate nuisance issues for neighbors. The holiday shopping season is here. The City Council has proclaimed November 25th as Small Business Saturday in Coon Rapids. They are encouraging residents to support local businesses this holiday season and throughout the year. Another holiday tradition is almost here. The Coon Rapids Tree Lighting Festival will take place Saturday, December 9th from 3:30 to 6 p.m. at Boulevard Plaza, which is located on the grounds of the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Enjoy refreshments, pictures with Santa, live music, and fire pits. The tree lighting will culminate with fireworks. Non-perishable food and monetary donations will be accepted at the event for the Coon Rapids High School Food Shelf and Cardinal Compassion Fund. And that's a quick recap of the Tuesday, November 21st City Council meeting. As always, you can find the full meetings on cable or the CTN Coon Rapids YouTube channel.
I like to do things in baby steps.
For artist and Coon Rapids resident Ben Johnson, that meant turning his garage into an art studio, complete with furnace.
It's around, I'd say, anywhere to 1,700 to 2,100 degrees.
Johnson has explored the artistry of glass blowing. Despite the present dangers, Ben says he respects the process.
It's very physical. We're working with steel and metal tools. I'm the type that's into construction and like constructivism, so it was almost more fun to build a studio than it is to actually work the glass, if that makes sense. Go ahead and gently push.
Ben often works with longtime friend and glass art enthusiast Micah Carithers. Today the plan is to create a complex piece.
Go ahead and blow a little bit, please.
We do like an Italian style glass blowing like the Venetians did and still do.
We both met at Anoka Ramsey glass class, semester 1.
Like musicians in an orchestra, they work in unison for nearly an hour. It's back to the furnace and bench again and again to refine the form they seek.
It takes a while to develop that relationship and just the understanding of the process, and then how your partner kind of has that perception of the process as well.
I mean, the more people you could get involved on a piece, the more complex it could be.
Johnson plans to work in his studio for the next 6 months to create new works of art. He hopes to hold an open house in the spring when he'll invite the public in to showcase his work.
I might just kind of stick on that ball of creativity or whatever you call it and see where it goes.
The holiday season is here. Enter the 2023 Holiday Lighting Contest, sponsored by the Coon Rapids Arts Commission. There are 2 categories, one for moving light displays and one for non-moving displays. Cash prizes of up to $100 will be awarded. Judging is based on overall impact, visual appeal, creativity, and variety. The deadline to enter is Friday, December 1st at noon. For more information or an entry form, log on to the city's website, coonrapidsmn.gov.
We identified through that study back in 2018 the third lane would benefit the systems.
Residents turned out earlier this month to learn more about a project that will improve capacity and safety on Highway 10 in Coon Rapids. During the last legislative session, $30 million was approved to add a third lane in each direction on Highway 10 between Hanson Boulevard and Round Lake Boulevard. Right now, traffic gets jammed up at Hanson during peak travel periods.
When those bottlenecks happen, a lot of folks are jumping off the trunk highway and overwhelming our network.
The project is currently transitioning from preliminary to final design.
And there's a lot of intricacies with the design. With this third lane, it kind of weaves. In some portions you're adding to the outside, then you're transitioning to the inside. We did that because there's a lot of environmentally sensitive areas adjacent to the project with Coon Creek.
Noise walls are another component of the project. 4 of them are proposed, but owners of the properties that benefit from the noise walls will get the final say.
So each wall gets voted on separately depending on which property gets affected. So there may be a combination of some walls get built, some don't.
Final design work will continue into 2024 with construction starting next summer or fall. During construction, 2 lanes of traffic will be maintained in each direction on Highway 10 at all times. However, off-ramps at Hanson, Main Street, and Round Lake Boulevard will close, but not all at the same time.
The county is interested in this because when we add that third lane, all that traffic, the through traffic is trying to get through to Anoka and Ramsey and into Elk River, stay on the trunk highway where they are. So as a result, our local network will benefit as well.
I've been here for about 6 weeks now.
AmeriCorps member Kate Anderson feels fortunate to be serving the city of Coon Rapids as her host site. This is where she lives. The state's Green Corps program, coordinated by the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, placed Kate with the city of Coon Rapids, where she will fulfill a full-time position for 1 year.
The Green Corps program requires 1,700 hours of service work to finish the program, and that can be split up a bunch of different ways.
I mean, we could pop through City Hall and literally do it probably in 2 hours.
Her time with the city is split between the Sustainability Department and Recycling, where she works on a number of initiatives, including outreach.
Yeah, we have a really big need for volunteers at the recycling center.
Bread in the bread bag can go in.
The Green Corps provides Kate an allowance and training while she serves the city in a number of ways. For now, Kate's dumpster diving into the organics waste program.
This whole one has just got coated receipt paper that doesn't work. That's not compostable.
The best way for us to audit our program is to get hands in and deep. What we're looking for is the behaviors of those who are using our program.
Kate's work with the city's sustainability planner, Olivia Doro Hovland, focuses on reducing energy use.
The real aim for our Green Corps member this year when it comes to energy efficiency and renewable energy is to just get the word out as much as possible and raise awareness for the programs that are available to our residents.
Kate's Green Corps service runs through next August. She's currently finishing up a college degree in sustainability while also serving on the city's Sustainability Commission.
I have a variety of different projects going all at the same time, so I can work on one thing for a little bit and then switch over and work on something else.
She's doing great. It's really nice that she's come to us with some career background.
It was a really good opportunity that popped up just at the right time.
Here's a quick recap of the Tuesday, November 7th City Council meeting. An agreement approved by the council on Tuesday night means police officers will be returning to some Coon Rapids schools next week. The topic of school resource officers has been in the spotlight in recent months after the state legislature approved changes to student discipline laws last session. A number of police agencies, including Coon Rapids, pulled their school resource officers over liability concerns with the new laws. But the Minnesota Attorney General has gone on record saying officers can follow the same use of force standards they have always been held to.
That guidance has been accepted by the County Attorney's Office. It's also been accepted by the League of Minnesota Cities, which is our insurer. And because of that binding opinion, we feel it's the right decision to go back into the schools at this time with the understanding and the commitment that we've had from our elected officials that they're going to address this and take care of the ambiguity in the law and make this an acceptable situation for us to continue long term.
The police department has provided in-school police officers to the Anoka School District since 1974. As part of the agreement, the DARE program, started in 1989, will also continue.
I, Jonathan Tomzik, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
There's another new face on the Coon Rapids Police Force. Officer John Tomczyk took the oath of office from Mayor Jerry Cook at Tuesday night's meeting. Tomczyk previously served as a Robbinsdale police officer. He's the 6th person to complete field training this year and to be sworn in. Congratulations. And that's a quick recap of the Tuesday, November 7th City Council meeting. As always, you can find the full meetings on cable or the CTN Coon Rapids YouTube channel. The makeup of the Anoka School Board will see a big change next year following Tuesday's election. 3 of the 6 school board seats were on the ballot, and none of the incumbents are returning. In District 1, Linda Hochman beats incumbent Aaron Hares-McCardle. Hochman received nearly 2,500 votes. Hares-McCardle got less than 2,000. In District 2, a very close one, but in the end, Zach Arco comes out 12 votes ahead of Susan Witt to win that seat. The seat is currently held by Board Chair Marcy Anderson, who did not seek re-election. And in District 5, a 3-way race there. Former Anoka Associate Superintendent Michelle Langenfeld received the most votes at 1,775. Scott Simmons came in second with about 1,400 votes, and Cyrus Wilson finished third. That seat is currently held by Board Vice Chair Nicole Hayes, who also did not seek re-election.
This week's Halloween snowfall reminds us that seasons change. And inside the Coon Rapids Public Works building, the Streets Department is preparing for winter.
We just calibrated the sander.
Dump trucks are being turned into plow trucks.
This assembly here is the sander, which allows the operator to adjust it for how many pounds of salt per mile they put down, depending on temperature and road conditions.
Although the snow took many by surprise, Public Works was not.
Around this time of the year, we plan to have most of our equipment up and running by November 1st.
Street Supervisor Josh Peterson and his team were ready Tuesday to go out and clear the roads.
We saw about 2 to 3 inches that fell. There was about 1 inch on the roadway. We had trucks in at 4:30 just running the arterial roads, making sure that the morning commute was open to traffic.
And then there are the sidewalks.
We have approximately 107 miles of sidewalk.
Public Works has 5 sidewalk machines, which they use to remove the snow.
At this point in time, most all has been melted, but we do our best to get them down to bare pavement as close as we can, without using any chemicals, that is.
Street sweepers have made it through the city just once, but they'd like to get through 3 full sweeps in the fall.
We plan to go back in full action starting next Monday with our 2 city-owned sweepers along with 3 contracted sweepers.
And the city reminds all drivers that winter parking restrictions went into effect on November 1st. No parking is allowed on city streets between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. daily, and also after a snowfall of 3 inches or more until the road is plowed from curb to curb. The restrictions end on April 1st.
The award-winning community programming by CTN Coon Rapids is funded exclusively by cable subscribers. Without those subscribers, we would not exist. So no more coverage of local news, stories, events, and sports in our community. So thank you for subscribing to cable TV and for supporting CTN.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.